Hello everyone, we are going to continue and look at the journey of Pedro and Chantel. We do remember in our last episode that he wanted to get a divorce. So in this scene now, the first scene, we can see him arriving in the house, driving a big truck. Pedro arrives in the house and looking for Chantel, who was sleeping upstairs, looking depressed. And at that time, Pedro was having boxes and boxes with him in the van to pick up his stuff. So Pedro then met Chantel in the bedroom and they had a talk, and Chantel asked Pedro, "Is this the first stage to the divorce?" And Pedro was saying that yes, I am prepared to move out. And then there was a discussion about, okay, if you are going to be moving out, I will help you to get your stuff. So Chantel was helping him to get the stuff from the drawers there and to go, and she went to another bedroom to get his stuff from the bag. And then in that conversation, then Chantel asked Pedro, "How are you going to pay for the rent?" And then Pedro said, "Look, I'm going to use the money that we have in the bank." And then Chantal said that, "Look, we never even discussed about the money being used for other assets. So how are we going to do it?" And because there were not logistics that were discussed. And then Pedro said that, "Look, it's going to be 50-50 and it's going to be that way. I am moving out of the house. I don't want to be here. I am leaving." He was just really having a bad attitude. And Chantel at that time, she was trying to say, "Oh, we need to talk, blah, blah, blah." And this man made his mind that he was leaving. After the dilemma with Pedro, Chantel drives home to meet with her family. Of course, we know that the family didn't know about the whole issue of Pedro and the divorce. She meets the family and she informs them about the fact that Pedro was in a process of a divorce and he was moving out of the house. Everybody was really shocked and amazed about the situation of Pedro. She also told them that they've not been intimate for almost a year. So it looks as if their relationship has been dead for almost a year. And Pedro was sometimes not even sleeping at home. And he was using the money that was saved in a joint account. Apparently, he used $5,000 US from the account. And Chantel thinks that he used that money to rent for a new flat. After a couple of days, Pedro discovered that some of the money was withdrawn from the bank. I think he was trying to withdraw some money or to buy stuff and food for his new flat. So he realized that the card was blocked. He contacted the bank and the bank indeed told him that the money was blocked by Chantel, and he was very furious. And he then called home to get the support from the sister because he thought that, oh, Chantel now is going to steal the money and what is going to happen to me? Oh, good for Chantel. So that was the right thing to do. After the discovery of the money that was not there in the bank, he was so upset. He went to the house and he found that the keys were changed, but he managed to get into the house using the garage door. He went upstairs and calling Chantel, and Chantel was not there. As you can see, the room was empty, and he realized that Chantel could have been to the mother's house. So he looked around and he found that most of the important papers in the house were gone, all the expensive gifts and Louis Vuitton bags that he bought for Chantel as gifts, they were all gone. So while this drama was happening with Pedro, we can see now Chantel is driving around. I think she was hoping to meet her friend because she was advised by her family to just take a vacation for a couple of days to clear her mind so that she could figure out what to do next with this case of Pedro. Pedro then goes to visit the family of Chantel to check where was Chantel. And he meets Thomas, the father of Chantel, and he asks, "Where is Chantel? I'm trying to look for Chantel because she swapped all my money." And the father told Pedro that Chantel is not here, and apparently this morning Chantel was not feeling well and she went off with the mother, and Karen was not there on that day. So Pedro thought that, oh, Chantel now is with the mother. And he was insisting that Chantel took all the money. Now he doesn't have any money to buy the food. He was trying to buy the food for the new flat and some stuff, and he realized that the money was gone. And then the sister of Chantel then intervened as well and said, "Look, my sister is very, very upset because she was trying to talk to you, to sort things out, but you didn't even care." And, she was really upset about that. And she also told Pedro that, "Look, you are disturbing my time with my father. You are coming here and telling us about Chantel, and it's your business that you have to take care of my sister." And she was really, really upset about the whole thing. The father of Chantel then told Pedro that, "Look, you asked for my daughter's hand in marriage, and I allowed you to marry my daughter, and I thought that you were going to grow together and be a family, and now you are asking for a divorce. And I really think that this was a scam." And Pedro was saying that, no, it's not. It was not a scam. If it was a scam, I would have just left maybe after 3 years after getting my visa. But the father of Chantel was really not convinced about the whole thing, and the whole family were really upset about the whole situation of Pedro and Chantel at that point. At this point, we can see that Pedro was so frustrated, especially after fighting with Thomas. Now he was looking for Chantel, and Chantel could not be found. But luckily, he was getting alerts, I think, from the use of the credit card in one of the hotels. So he went there to the hotel with the producers because he thought that Chantel was inside the hotel. But unfortunately, Chantel was not there. I think maybe she moved to another hotel. Pedro was getting other notifications after failing to get Chantel in this one hotel. He got another notification that Chantel was paying for the luggage for a holiday going to from Atlanta to Panama. He was upset, saying that, oh, Chantel can take holidays. She likes to go to the hotels and spend money and blah, blah, blah. And then he was also thinking that if Chantel is leaving the country and going to Panama, what will happen is that Chantel will get the money and deposit the money in Panama. So Pedro thought that Chantel was hiding away from him. Of course, she was hiding away from Pedro. And what did he want from her? You said you don't like her anymore, so he should have just left Chantel alone. On the last scene, we then see Pedro driving around, and eventually he found Chantel. I think Chantel's car was parked somewhere near a building, whether it's a hotel, and they were fighting around, and he went to the car and he took the box with some documents, because I think he was looking for his K1 visa application forms. And Chantel was very, very angry, and she was saying that, look, leave those documents alone. These are my documents. And then Chantel then told Pedro, look, I'm calling the police. So the last scene is when the police are called, and then I think next time we are going to see Pedro going to the lawyers.